Trig function is defined as the ratio of the lengths of sides of the right triangle. So we have the right triangle here drawn, and we're going to label the angles as A, B, and C. And then our sides are going to be the lowercase letters A, B, and C. So we're going to put C as our given angle. And if it was used for sine, it's going to be opposite over hypotenuse. And that's going to be C over B. And we say that because C is going to be opposite to the angle, and then B is the hypotenuse of the right angle. So it's going to be sine equals C over B. For cosine, it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which means cosine equals A over B. And the reason why is because lowercase a is adjacent to C, and then lowercase b is the hypotenuse. Tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be tangent of theta is equal to C over A, because the lowercase c is adjacent to the angle, and then the lowercase a is adjacent to the angle C. Alright, now let's do some practice problems so we understand this. So we're going to have our right triangle, alright, and then we're going to be given 35 degrees for our angle. And we're going to solve for x and y, given 4 centimeters on the hypotenuse. And we're going to solve for x first. So we have cosine of, so now we know that cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we should know that x is adjacent to the 35 degrees, so that's going to be x over 4 because the hypotenuse is 4. So cosine of 35 is equal to x over 4. And we're going to go ahead and solve for x because we're trying to find x. So we're going to cancel out 4, and then we're going to put it the other side of the equation. It's going to be 4 cosine 35 is equal to x. And then we're going to move on to the calculator and make sure that it's in degree mode, because we'll get a different answer if it's in radian mode, and you don't want that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put 4 times cosine of 35, which is going to give you 3.277, because we're going to round to 3 decimal points, okay? And we're going to have to put our centimeters in for our units. So now we're going to solve for y, and knowing that when we solve for y, it's going to be opposite to the angle, and then you know that 4 centimeters is the hypotenuse. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of 35 is y over 4. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to solve for y, and we're going to cancel out 4 on one side and put it to the other side. So it's going to be 4 sine 35 is equal to y. And we're going to move on to the calculator again. So we do 4 times sine 35. It's going to give you 2.294. And it's going to be in centimeters. So our x is 3.277, and then our y is 2.294 centimeters. Let's apply this to the real world. A tree casts a 21-meter shadow along the ground. The angle of elevation of the sun is 51 degrees. What is the height of the tree? So we have a tree here, and its angle of elevation is 51, and then it has a 21 meter shadow casted along the ground. And it's asking us that we need to solve for the height of the tree. Okay, and so our x would be the height of the tree, and we would have to use the tangent one because the angle is opposite to the x, and then x is adjacent, so that's going to be tangent equals opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be tangent equals x over 21 meters, and we're going to have to solve for x. So that's 21 times tangent 51 is equal to x. I'm going to move on to the calculator. So 21 tangent 51 is equal to 25.933 meters.